Hello everyone, thanks for joining us for Needle Felted Sheep Part 2. We're going to do the neck, the head, the facial features, and the good old ears and attach everything together. So here's my little sheep. I did the body in Part 1 and I'm going to make this the head end, this is the butt end. Set her over there, him over there. You're going to take a piece of roving and you're going to about, let's see, to help you out, to make it a little bit easier, 4 to 5 inches in length, and you're going to take it and you're going to roll it into a little tight cylinder. Alright, see how big that is? A little bit bigger than 1 inch, but these ends are going to get felted into the sheep and into the head as 2 parts. So, folding your fingers back, needle felt your cylinder. Stay away from the edges. Okay, don't want this neck to be too big because we are going to add layers on there. Oops, back here. Happy with that? Right. Tend of sheep. Okay. That's not too bad. So you can take your little cylinder and attach it so that the sheep's head is upwards. It's kind of like a little cube. And you're going to be very careful and you're going to tack that into your sheep. Watch your fingers again. See how I'm working the edges? Careful to watch my fingers. Rotate your sheep around. It's not the prettiest thing ever, this little cube, but it will be much better when we attach it and then put our layers on there. Once you can get your fingers out of there, it's better, because then you can go a little bit faster. Needle felting is very forgiving, so we can go ahead and always add more or take away if we don't like something. I like to go ahead and push it down a little bit and get it more situated now versus after you put the head on. So see from the back how that's placed. And go ahead and in the front, your sheep's looking upwards. Okay. Now you're going to take another small piece of roving, break off a section, make it smaller, and you're going to lay the fibers around the neck of your sheep. See how nice that looks now? And you can add more layers to make it look better if you don't like how it looks. I just added a little piece there because I wasn't happy with how my stuff was laying, and I'm slightly fanatic that way. Okay, not so bad. It's just the ends of the fibers that I had laid down before, so I want to tack them down all over. I want a pretty uniform look to my little sheepy-doo. You got the top part here, Take another small piece and wrap it around. Okay. Sure you maintain the shape of the legs as you go. Don't forget about that. You don't want to have fussy legs with little ends sticking out all over the place. Again, the nice thing about needle felting is that it's very, very forgiving. So if you don't like something, you can fix it. Generally by adding another piece of wool or by taking off something and then refelting it. It's not the end of the world. Okay, there's a little sheep body, a little neck on it. So next you're going to take a piece of roving. I don't know if this helps or not, but this roving piece is about 5 inches. It's pretty thick. And you're going to roll it and shape it as you go. Sheep have generally a pretty big skull, and then they have a snout. So I'm taking this and rolling more on the head end, so a larger chunk on the head end, and letting the cylinder part of the head come out. So then you have a little cocoon there, kind of like what we did for the belly, and it's going to sit right there. Alright, so see, snout end, head end, time to tack. Pinch, watch your fingers, and felt gently. Rotating as you go. You got to be careful because you can pinch too much and then your little snout will be all crooked. So look, it's kind of cocoon shape. A little soft on that end, a little hard on that end. Kind of imagine. Rotate them again. The skull end's getting kind of hard. Watch your fingers as you do this part, but I'm shortening up the little snout. I did one the other day that I was practicing on, and when I was all done with it, how I had pinched it as I was felting, the skull end, I flipped it around, the skull end ended up being the snout end. See how it gets stuck in there? Watch your fingers as you're doing this because you're going towards them and it's such a thin fabric at this point. You don't want to pinch yourself or poke yourself or hurt yourself. Alright, so you got a little egg shape there. You can pinch it up with your fingers until you're happy. It's pretty solid. I think I want a little bit more over here. Heads are difficult. They're not easy. This sheep in general was not easy, but after you make a couple it gets easier and easier, and you can make lots of them and have a whole little farm and then enter them in the fair, in the wool room. So I guess what I do is jab more vigorously on the end that's going to be the snout. And I'm poking here towards my fingers, but my fingers are on the outside and I'm going very slowly. Alright. So now we're going to make a place for the eyes. So jabbing towards your fingers, you're going to make an indentation for one of the eyes. And then the other side you're going to make another indentation. This is hard, and it might be better to flip it around and look at it like this. It's going to be where the eyes are going to sit. Alright, little sheepy do. Take a little bit of black fiber, roll it. That might be too much. I think what I did wrong the first time was made my eyeballs too big on my sheep. There's one little black eye. Two little black eyes. Put them where you just indented the fiber. You're now in there, the head of the sheep, and you're going to poke it in. Take the other one. Yeah, I think the smaller eyes are better. The bigger eyes kind of make it look creepy. Alright, can you see that so far? And then at the same time you can even out the nostril, where the nose is right here, because otherwise it ends up looking like a little bit rammy or a Roman nosed animal. So there's your little sheep head. Alright, let's see. Now for the nose, another little black piece, roll it. I'm going to attach it here. It's like an upside down triangle as best you can. See what you can do, you can pick the fibers apart and stretch them to where you want to go, because you don't want it to be huge on this animal. So far so good. Felt that in a little bit more. Okay. You take a little bit and twist it. Stretch it out. And make this is a little bit difficult. The mouth. So in the middle you hold it against your nose there. And very carefully felt it where you want it to go. And the thing about this is it's very delicate. You got to be very careful because you could just push the whole black line into your sheep. Hope this is an okay vantage point for people.